We didn't have a vocal program at my high school. We just had the band program. So I really wanted to get into, really wanted to continue singing. So I found a local group. It was then called the Norfolk Singers, based out of Simcoe. It's now called Arcady, and they perform a lot of classical early music and some modern music that's written by the composer. So I grew up into that group, learning to read music. Ron Beckett was the director, is the director still currently, of that group, and he really inspired me throughout high school and then into university, and that's sort of where I decided, that's when I decided to go into university for music, so for voice performance. And then from there, of course, to Teachers College, and then here I am now teaching at BCI, Brantford Collegiate.
How was it getting this position at BCI? Was it hard for you as a new and young music teacher to snag a job?
I think it was. I think it's even more difficult now. It was still 9 years ago, I guess it was. Still wasn't super easy, but I was really lucky. And as when I graduated that summer, this job came up. So I guess a bit of luck, and had my interview and it went well, and I had the job in September. So I just had one summer, just the one summer, and I got a job. So I was really lucky. The teacher that was here when I started had taken over from Ken and Cheryl Black. They had been here for a long time and built up a really big program. The program's dwindled a little bit over the last 10 years. I'm not sure why. And then I came. It still had a decent program, but I came first year, and there was a lot of things going on with the school and talking about rebuild and stuff like that, and it did happen the third year I was here. But anyway, the first year, and then from there till 9 years later, or currently, we built up and got more students involved in music, extracurricular, like the musical. That was new. We had never done, the BCI hadn't done a musical in many, many years, so that drew a lot of new kids. More vocal, because I have vocal training, so we got a lot of students involved in that, including guys, and the band program as well. So we really grew, almost doubled. I was full-time, and then we had a second teacher, Roger Winter, and he became full-time as well. Over 3 years, I think we really built up in the enrollment at the school, just from being, I think, energetic and offering many opportunities inside school and outside of school.
And he now teaches at Paris,
He's
right?
at Paris now, yeah. So we taught here together for, I can't remember if it was 4 or 5 years, and then he moved over there, so yeah.
How do you think that BCI and the music program here stacks up to music programs at other high schools in Brantford? Because I feel like we're starting to become pretty renowned in the city as an arts high school.
Yeah, so. I agree, and it's nice, it's fantastic, a good environment, teachers and staff, administration that care and really support the arts. Myself, along with many other teachers, really provide a lot of opportunities, and we put a lot of energy into the things that we're doing. We definitely have, and the kids that are here are really enthusiastic, and put that effort in wanting to make the performance and things that they're doing done well, and I think it's fairly well received by the community. Even some of the things that we do outside the school, whether it's like our extracurricular, like musicals that bring in audiences, parents, community people, or like the barbershop chorus, going on singing internationally and coming home, winning gold and getting publicity in the newspaper. I think all these things sort of add up to our image and really like let people see what we're doing here, and I think it just sort of snowballs, and more people want to come to the school because they see how many things we're doing and how fun it looks and how great it is. So yeah.
What would you say is one of your favorite things about teaching music?
I like seeing the progression and like building a rapport with students and their parents and things like that, and just the fun in music making. But probably the most satisfying thing is it's always final performances, whether it's the band concert or the vocal concerts or the musical, all the work that's happened over several months, and then you have this finished product, and that's always really, really exciting to see. And the other thing, a grade 9 class where the students come in, some of them not even knowing the name of the instruments or how to hold it or how to make their first sound. So they start from that first week of just choosing their instrument, making a sound out of it, on it, and then actually performing at the end of the semester as a band, and sounding pretty good for 5 months of playing or whatever it is, yeah.
I'd like to move on now to barbershop, because barbershop is something that wouldn't seem very popular in a high school setting, since it is somewhat old-fashioned, but it has balloons and gone crazy, and I think you have a lot to do with that. So if you can just comment about Barbershop and how you got it started and how it's going now and how it is in Brantford, that would be...
Yeah, for sure. No, Barbershop was something new to me. I was trained as a classical singer and choral and such. Barbershop, about 4 years ago, I got an email about an opportunity of a youth course in Ontario forming, and you had to be under the age of 30 to join, and you could go on this trip. And the trip was actually being sponsored and covered. And at that time, I think I was 29, so I was eligible to go and sing with the group. And I thought, oh, this sounds too good to be true. I was like, I'll just go check it out. And I went out, and it was true. Like, they were offering this group this trip sponsored, and I could sing with them, and it sounded great that first rehearsal. So I was kind of hooked just from there, and I found out a bit more about it. And I thought, hey, this is open for students to go, and this would be a great opportunity to get guys like hooked into singing or trying to sing, you know. And so I thought, how can I get guys to sing? Essentially, young guys have to see like other young guys singing, you know, kind of like to get them attracted to it. So I brought in a college quartet from Humber College, some guys that I'd met, young guys. They sang very well, so they came to our school and sang, and everyone was really excited by their singing, the girls and the boys alike. And so everyone saw that excitement, and then we kept the guys behind at the end, just sort of got them singing these little snippets of songs, and they had this instant harmony, and they were all kind of, I could see their faces light up. They liked it. It was that feeling of harmony. And then so from there, I got a handful of guys into it that year, just sort of, I think it was near the end of the year. And so the following year we had those guys, and we got some more guys interested, and kind of snowballed. Again, that was second year. Third year, fourth year, we sort of doubled in size, so like 20, and then this past year, or this current year, we have a solid 40. One guest night we had 52 guys out, but we have a solid 40 guys here at BCI. We just sort of created an environment that's fun. We meet like Monday night. We meet Monday nights 7 to 9 o'clock, and now the boys actually can get a vocal music credit from doing that night course. It's really, really awesome. So they get a full credit. It goes all year, just once a week, and it's actually open to like students from any school, whether Catholic or elementary. They can just sign up through Jella. So that's really cool. I think we're the first school anywhere in the world, I believe, that offers like a barbershop music course. So it's really unique, and it's pretty cool. That was one of my goals actually as a music educator, because most is to make it okay and fun and okay for guys to sing. Because when I was in school, I was like the only guy that liked to sing, and most schools are probably like that, where they have, you know, 1, 2, or a handful of guys that sing in choir, and that's it. So I thought it was awesome that I could foster this environment. One of my best moments, or most proud moments, I guess you could say, as a teacher, was a quartet that formed out of the male singing. They sort of took it upon themselves, got together, worked hard on their own. I helped a bit. They got other people to help them, and over a couple of years, they really really improved, like strides. And they decided to compete at provincial level in the barbershop society competition, and they did very well. They received a high enough mark to go to internationals. And a couple of years ago, they sang, or this past summer actually, they sang in Toronto at the Air Canada Centre at the international convention there, and they did very well. So it was a very proud moment to see them on the international stage performing and do so well, and just how much they had grown as individuals and singers. And so, yeah, it definitely was a great moment for me.
Mm-hmm. And just so we have it on the recording, the students' names, if you don't mind saying.
Yeah, there's Silas Chinson, Caleb Bray, Shawn Dennis, Nathan Walton. So yeah, good job to that, or great.